Motherfuckers talking about rappers' most disturbing interviews. I don't know what the fuck what's gonna be up in these rappers' most disturbing interviews and shit. Shit, I'm pretty sure like it's gonna be motherfucking that BTB Savage rapper because he literally got unalived after doing the interview and shit. But you feel me? This video is about Trapologic, Trapologic, Trapologic. Fuck that shit, man. Y'all gonna see the name of his name. But yeah, man, we finna react to his shit and we finna watch reactors. I mean, fuck. Niggas' interviews, the disturbing ones.
One rapper almost smoked the interviewer for asking him one question, and another died after his interview for speaking on a situation that happened. These are rappers' most disturbing and disrespectful interviews of all time. And we got to start things off with the rapper known as Baby Los, because Los started to make a name for himself after he linked up with the Island Boys in 2020. And fans considered him as the fourth Island Boy. Los was even with the Island Boys when they got into a huge fight in Hawaii. But recently, Hood Rich Kevin tried to get Los to speak on a viral video where the Island Boys kissed each other. And this is what pissed Los off and made him flash out on the interviewer.
I gotta ask you, bro, like everybody wants to know, did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh, stop mentioning them dudes for real, bro. Like,
no, I'm just saying though, like, did you see them do something together?
No, fam. Fam, they weren't gay when I was around, fam. Like, bro, stop doing that, bro. Like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bro. Like, do you want it to go down in this?
Bro, this nigga is a fucking cornball, gang. A fucking cornball. He probably did most definitely see their ass did some freaky ass shit, bro. But that nigga's a fucking cornball. Boy, you doing an interview and you don't already got one ahead, bro. Your ass a tooker. You're not ready to blow a nigga down, bro. What are you talking about? But motherfucking, I hate niggas like that, bro. Fuck is you pulling out a gun for, bro, for no reason. You gonna try to smoke a motherfucker because he motherfucking asked a question about some gay motherfuckers that you used to hang around? What the fuck? Like, that's the type of shit that make me mad. You see, if I do interviews and shit, I'm having my blick. You feel me? Like right there, and I'm gonna have niggas ready for niggas like this, cause I ain't gonna capture you. I will beat the dog shit out of one of these niggas. Like this is what I got a gun for. You feel me? I got my gun, bro. So if a nigga don't want to get his ass beat, I can shoot him. You feel me? That's all I got my gun for. But I will beat the shit out of these little boys, cause lots of these rappers like him and shit, bro. The way they act, you could tell these niggas really bitches, bro. If you upping the gun on the interviewer because he asked a question, you know buddy ass a fucking goofy on game. Like, you can't respect no niggas like that, bro. Do that shit to your ops or some shit, bro. Like, niggas be overly sensitive and shit. That shit lame as hell. Trying to act tough and shit.
Interview. Do you want it to go down? Yes or no?
You see, that's why I would have my thing, because I'm like, nigga, do you want to, depending on the state, I'm damn near gonna pop his ass, bro. Because that's a threat. That's a threat, gang. I would have to pop your ass to this bitch, bro. What is you talking about? And I'm gonna have the chopper and shit right next to me, bro. Like, I ain't gonna capture you. Like, these rappers, bro, they ass gonna hate me if I'm an interviewer, bro, because I'm gonna show these rappers, bro, like all that fake ass tough shit for the birds for me, bro. On gang, bro. Nigga, I could act tough too. What's the point of me doing that fucking shit? I got guns just like these niggas. I'm from the hood just like these niggas. The only difference is I don't act like these lame ass niggas. So it's like, bro, that shit just be pissing me out, bro. Like, my family really from the hood, bro. I never seen no nigga work a job in my household. You feel me? Like, nigga really from the trenches. And I ain't acting like that shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Niggas that act like him, bro, is lame as hell to me.
Nah.
And thankfully, Los ain't popped the interviewer for asking that question, because things could have gone horribly wrong. But he ain't the only person to up a gun on an interviewer. But first, let's move on to FBG Cash, because he died not too long after talking about something disrespectful that he did during an interview. In late 2020, Chicago rapper FBG Cash took a picture in front of King Von's mural to disrespect Von and his people. Not long after taking the picture, he went on No Jumper to discuss it. He tells Adam 22 about the conversation that he had with Lil Durk before taking the picture.
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Me, go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, what's up? Why Chicago's so weird because the ops always be talking to each other and like going on live and tweeting at each other and
And doing this interview might have made things even worse than it already was, because Durk later dropped a song where he said, sneaking pics by Von mural, like little bro won't come out and spin, where he sent a threat to FBG.
But what the fuck, bro? What the fuck is this nigga talking about? What the fuck did that got to do with the interview, though? He took the picture before the interview. So if anything, the picture. Fucking the interview, bro. This nigga just adding shit, bro. Fuck is he add? What was the point of adding that at the interview, bro? When the nigga is talking about the mural. This nigga.
FBG Cash for taking that picture. Then, 3 months after the song was released, FBG Cash ended up getting hit and lost his life while driving on the south side of Chicago.
Well-known Chicago area rapper was killed in a...
So how the fuck is this shit a disturbing interview? I'm trying to figure out what's disturbing about the FBG Cash one. Like, this nigga just adding shit, bro. For real.
Drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition.
Now let's move on to another FBG member known as Butter. Butter has had many crazy moments during his interviews, and recently, he went off on O-Block members for killing FBG Duck. He let Say Cheese know that O-Block told on himself after knocking Duck off. And it was pretty disturbing because during the same interview, fans say that Butter allegedly admitted to killing someone.
These told on themselves. And they did an interview on top of the murder cop. You stupid.
What about the picture that
take me to jail? Give me the cups.
Yo, Butter. What
I'll
about the picture that went viral with Moowop wearing with the Duck sneakers?
That's clown. And with the same Draco y'all use. Get it.
Bro, what? I ain't gonna cap to you, gang. With the same Draco y'all use, I mean, it could be the same Draco y'all use, but like, nigga, a Draco is a very common gun that lots of motherfuckers like, you feel me? So, you kind of know motherfuckers was being petty with the Duck shit, but come on now. And they probably was using it for the same gun, but, you never know, bro. Niggas love Dracos.
The feds, they evidence.
That's the same.
Homicide can't solve it, but the feds can, right?
Damn.
We talking real business. I'm a real street.
That wasn't the same.
That's
in the document.
Not long after speaking on O-Block, FYB J-Mane tells Butter to sit down and that he's saying too much because Butter says, picture him sitting on top of a car that he killed Odie on.
I'm Butter, Sean. I'm Butter, Sean. Now picture me sitting on top of the car that I just killed on. I got J-Mane them in this. I got 4 of them in this. They in this.
What the fuck? I mean, it's like, I ain't gonna cap to you. He could just be using him as an example, you feel me? It don't mean he necessarily did that shit. But I get why motherfuckers think that. But it's like, because when they talking about Moowop and them, they actually did that shit. That's why they making the shit. So it's like, you comparing yourself to Moowop and them. Yeah.
They killed.
Butter also discussed Odie's death in an interview with Vlad. Here's what he said.
Man, OD got whacked. Right. Well, Odie Perry got killed at one point. They're saying that she was the shooter. That's the rumor.
I mean, it's footage. It's a video
of Odie Perry getting killed.
Yeah.
You saw it.
I ain't seen nothing, man. I just heard the story, bro.
Okay.
I don't be knowing nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
His brother told him
You could tell by how he acting, like when motherfuckers be what the fuck how it be when niggas be trying to act like, oh, they don't know what the fuck going on, but they doing shit to let you know they really know what's going on. They trying to be funny and shit. That's what he was damn near trying to do.
Oh, look where I just gave back 192 years. I don't speak on that. Told him, Jay. I'm home right now because I blamed on my sister's tires. Told him. Told.
Rumors say that female assassin, known as K.I., is responsible for taking Odie Perry out. But recently, fans believe that Butter is the one who did it and is blaming his sister K.I. since she's already dead. Not long after Tuka lost his life at the bus stop on 63rd, the members from 63rd wanted to get revenge for Tuka since the members from O Block were dissing him. So not long after Tuka's death, a member from O Block known as Odie Perry was walking around the neighborhood and decided to go to the store to get some Swisher Sweets. But not long after leaving the store on his bike, Odie ended up getting shot. So he fell from his bike onto the ground before getting up and trying to escape, but ended up getting hit 10 more times. A key witness at the scene told police that an African-American male was the one who shot Odie. But many also say it was K.I., since she was seen posting pictures with one of Odie Perry's guns after he died.
I ain't gonna care to you, man, but you gotta understand, too. A nigga could, if a motherfucker pop you and they take your shit, they could seal the gun. Just because a motherfucker take a picture with the shit don't mean they took it. Like a nigga could have gave you that shit. They ever want that shit, or you feel me?
Popular 63rd member Wooski also made a tweet saying, shout out to them twins that made O Block, and tagged K.I. and FBG Butter in the tweet. That's why recently, fans believe that Butter is actually the one who took his life. But that ain't the only disturbing moment from one of FBG Butter's interviews. He recently broke down crying in an interview with No Jumper when talking about his sister K.I., saying how he'd rather for her to be fighting for her life right now rather than be in the grave.
Fighting for her life, gang. It'll be dead. Every day I wish, like, why the thing ain't come lock her up, gang? Like, why y'all ain't come lock this girl up, gang? Every day I be like, rather out in Tuka grave, because I be taking care of Quan them phone Sunday. Like I be every day for I be on the phone with my little brother them phone on Tuka for I be talking to them for a day. I be like, for I wish this was my little sister I was talking to for on the phone on Tuka grave. I wish this was Kyra. I wish I was laughing with my sister for. I wish I was sending my sister this money. I wish I was sending my sister these pictures of me at these interviews on these platforms. I wish I was showing Kyra this on Tuka. That shit hurt my soul every day. On Tuka. And a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of time everybody think a lot of it be facade. A lot of people don't even go through shit.
Because his sister K.I. lost her life on April 11th, 2014. See, on that day, K.I. made a huge mistake and tweeted out her location for everyone to see, including her ops. As she was walking down the block with two friends who were headed over to the studio to celebrate Boss Trail's birthday, until a gunman hopped out of a car, waved bystanders to get out of the way, and began opening fire at K.I. and her friends. Her two friends were hit, and K.I. was hit 9 times. After being shot, she stumbled to a nearby home where she'd lay on some steps and take her last breath.
Damn, that shit crazy, man. I ain't gonna cap to you. I ain't gonna cap. Motherfuckers on Twitter used to be saying a lot of shit back in the day. Like, if you want to find lots of the shit that was going on in Chicago, just go on Twitter and you will see all types of shit that was going on. They ass be like, damn, these motherfuckers ain't give a fuck back in the day. They dropping their location, motherfucking saying, like, literally celebrating that the ops passed away on Twitter.
And speaking of K.I.'s death, a man from Chicago known as Trenches News says he was on the scene when she lost her life. And he talks about how disturbing it was in an interview with Cam Capone News, because he even claims that smoke was coming out of her neck during this incident.
And did you hear the gunshots and everything going
on?
Oh
yeah, they sound like something special. They was boom, boom, like it had like a Star Wars before it said pow. Like it was crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy as hell, man, that day. And then the police tried to lock up Duck. They told Duck he responsible for it. They just left K.I. on the ground. They ain't try to help her, administer no aid. They ain't try to do none of that. Me and Joe Jackson, me and Manny, FBG, Young and them daddy, we about to go to jail because we like, nah, let him go. So I went over there by K.I. Smoke was coming out her neck, man. It was all sad.
Now, let's move on to BTB Savage, because some say him doing this interview with DJ Vlad is the main cause of his death, since he spoke on how he killed someone in self-defense in the interview in a cocky fashion. According to Savage, a local rapper had been trying to get a feature from him for a while. One night, the dude got in touch with Savage and finally agreed to do a feature. So later that night, the other rapper pulled up to his apartment with a car full of dudes, and the rapper came into Savage's apartment.
I ain't gonna cap to you. That situation right there, folks says is a certified tweaker. Bro, why the fuck is you doing studio sessions at your crib with random motherfuckers you don't know and you don't got a gun? Like, what the fuck? His ass just don't know how to move right. Like, that shit was tweaking shit.
Apartment with another dude named Omar Richardson. Savage said he felt weird since both of them were looking around his spot when they walked in. But then Omar upped the bankroll, so Savage thought it was all good. The dudes then came in with a box full of studio equipment so they could get to work. But then the other rapper said he was missing a few things. So Omar took him to go back and get it out of the car. Savage thought something was off, so we locked the door when the rapper went outside. And that's when everything went.
I ain't gonna cap to you. If you heard the whole interview, him locking the door is what saved his life. But you feel me? His ass was tweaking. His ass should have left after that incident.
Left. Omar started asking Savage about his jewelry, and Omar eventually upped his fire and told Savage to hand over everything. At first, Savage didn't want to give it up, but then Omar threatened to shoot Savage and his girlfriend. So Savage started taking his chains off. When Omar reached to grab Savage's chain, Savage saw an opportunity. So he wrapped Omar in his arms, fell to the ground, and they started wrestling. Omar's strap fell out of his hand, and that's when Savage yelled for his girl to come shoot Omar. She came in and popped him twice, but that didn't slow him down because Omar managed to get his hand on a gun and let 3 shots off at Savage's girl. Thankfully, all the shots missed, and Savage got Omar back under control. Savage told Omar to leave since his son was in there, but Omar didn't listen, and he told Savage he was going to kill him and kept fighting. That's when Omar's partners came up and started shooting through the door, but they didn't hit anything. When they stopped shooting, Savage's girl popped back at him with 2 shots, and that's when Omar's partner left him to die. Omar kept fighting, and Savage's girl shot Omar one more time in the torso, and Omar ended up passing away. Savage and his girl got off on self-defense. It was a crazy situation that took over the internet.
He forgot to mention that motherfucker, he got shot in his arm by his girlfriend too. That's the reason why he got the cash. His girlfriend accidentally shot him in his elbow.
Savage even went on to do an interview with Vlad TV, and it hit 2 million views in less than a week. But Savage's ops weren't happy about it since Savage was talking cocky in the interview.
Concerned that his people are going to try to come back.
Yeah, they for sure might do what they do. But I'm going to get active. That's all it is. And it is what it is.
Then, on March 30th, Savage posted pics on Twitter of him standing in a pool of dried blood where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude, and the pics instantly went viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But 2 hours after posting those pictures, BTB Savage was in his Mercedes driving around until 2 gunmen pulled up, boxed him in, and then started letting off shots. And by the time help arrived at the scene, it was already too late. That's
what I'm saying. Buddy ass should have tweeted. Like, you talking that shit, bro? Like, you gotta be smart with it, bro. If you, first of all, I don't even think his ass had a gun up on him, bro, talking that shit. But bro ass should have got out of town. Like, going to a different suburbs, that shit ain't gonna save you. Going to a different city, that ain't gonna save you. And you gotta go to the other country, other states and shit.
Some people blame the interview for his tragic death, while others blame the picture, since the picture was very disrespectful, even though it was self-defense. But Savage isn't the only rapper who got disrespectful in an interview and talked crazy about someone that they killed. Because Gucci Mane did the same in an interview with Charlamagne. In the interview, Gucci showed no remorse to Pookie Loc, whom he took out, but says he does regret a lot of other things that he's done in the streets.
Do you regret anything you did in the street?
Yeah, I'm ashamed of a lot of things. I'm gonna say, yeah, I did some things that I wish I didn't do. Yeah. But I was young. But I did some things that did wrong to people. And everybody in the neighborhood know that, so I ain't no going around that.
Even with the murder, even though it was self-defense, do you ever think about that and you think like maybe I could have handled that different, especially when you did like the diss record?
He needs to be in the ground. Put his where he's supposed to be.
Because in 2005, Gucci was beefing with Young Jeezy.
Damn, he kept it straight up. He said, nigga, what happened, nigga. He was supposed to, nigga. What happened was supposed to happen, gang. I wouldn't want it to be no other way.
Jeezy dropped a song where he put a bounty out on Gucci Mane's ice cream cone chain. The person who handed the chain to Jeezy would get paid $10K. So a group of 5 unknown men showed up at Gucci's house and attacked him, trying to take his chain. He tried to fight them off and got a hold of a gun. He fired off 1 shot to get them off of him and ended up hitting one of the guys known as Pookie Loc. 3 days later, his body was found behind a nearby middle school, and cops were called once it was discovered who was shot. Gucci turned himself in and told officers that he...
I ain't gonna catch you. I don't understand. Well, if the pipe wasn't legal, I understand why he didn't report it. But like, nigga, if you reported that shit, it would have been way more easier for you to beat that case, even though he still beat the case.
He acted in self-defense. Now, let's move on to Lil Dump from the NBA camp, because he had a pretty disturbing moment during an interview with No Jumper, where he kept throwing up due to how many pills he was on.
Anything in particular stand out?
This the same motherfucker that said, I take more drugs than you ever could imagine. In that last 20v1 video with the women, folks says, throwing up and shit. Is that let it cool out?
And fans in Adam 22 were concerned about Lil Dump's health after seeing this interview, since it clearly seems like he needs some help, because Lil Dump didn't even want to talk about why he puked on the interview.
So what just happened? What just happened?
Something deep in life that, you know, I'd rather not talk about it, but
do you
I can talk to you about it personally as a person, you know what I'm saying? But some, you know, things deep in life.
But I'm just talking about you puking, or like the fact that you're kind of drunk, right?
No, I ain't drunk. I'm sober.
You're sober? No alcohol. That's not what's in that cup. I just kind of assumed it was alcohol.
Water.
Oh, okay. So what are you going through right now?
Just some deep things.
You trying to get clean? You trying to get clean?
Get clean?
Off of some other?
Yeah, type at the same time.
Not long after this interview, Lil Dump was featured in another YouTube video where he tells a girl he does more drugs than she could ever imagine.
Why you stand like that? Stand up straight. You gotta be louder. Like
I do more drugs than
me
you
too.
could ever imagine.
That's not okay.
I know.
So hopefully, Dump gets the help needed. But now, let's move on to NBA Youngboy, because he also has a pretty crazy moment during an interview where he gets pissed that the interviewer is asking too many questions. Some say it seems like Youngboy was also high during this interview, which is why he acted this way.
But don't be a dominant at the same time. You gotta understand, using me as entertainment, and it becomes self-destruction too. Because I ain't no entertainment. You know, some can be spoke on. Why? Is to be continued.
Is in terms of like every time it's, you know.
And sometimes it's best not to speak on things you did in interviews to gain clout, because that's part of the reason rapper G Money lost his life, because NBA Youngboy and G Money were close friends. At one point, G Money pulled this move, because in the interview with Say Cheese, he says,
he met by his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though, you know.
Damn. You see, that's the type of shit that will get a nigga to get you fucked up, bro. Talking about you fucked his sister and shit.
Seems be calling me big brother.
And after they fell out,
damn, and the nigga was calling you big brother and shit. Like, that's some fucked up shit, bro. A nigga look up to you and call you big brother and you do that shit.
they were dissing each other left and right. And the beef and things ended up getting so serious that it led to gun violence. On September 10th, 2017, G Money was killed after leaving the studio one night. Youngboy spoke on the situation in a song named Poor One, where he says, matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul and had with my sister. Now, let's move on to an interview with 6ix9ine that's disrespectful and that some say is disturbing, where he disses all of the dead rappers.
Die lacking. Nipsey died lacking. Pop Smoke died lacking.
Right.
So can't lack?
No, you can't.
All right.
Kill or be killed in these streets.
All right. So there's nothing to talk about. So when you say, yo, happening, you happening, don't pick your fucking truth.
Why you yell? Listen.
But the 6ix9ine interview is nothing compared to Charleston White's interview on DJU TV, in which he completely went off and poured out a strap on himself for defending FBG Duck's mother and King Von's family. Charleston White tells DJ U that he doesn't care about King Von since Von was a killer. And that's when DJ U tells him not to say that about them.
The knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder.
You see, I ain't gonna cap to you. Charleston White hate King Von. Charleston White literally got famous for hating King Von. Literally.
And my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. I ain't look. So this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von, mama. I don't give a about his mama. Y'all love his mama. I don't.
Charleston then goes on to get even madder since he helped FBG Duck's mother and felt like he had the right to talk about her. But DJ U told him to chill. That's when Charleston White completely flashes out and pulls out his strap on DJ U.
And I done helped.
I wouldn't expect no Charleston White to do no goofy shit like that. Charleston White the only type of nigga that pull out pepper spray and shit. How the fuck you pepper spraying all these other niggas whether you pull out a gun on DJ U? What the fuck?
So somebody else helped him. And I ain't down. He could have him. So y'all gonna help him. Since y'all got so much to say. Give me back the money then. I ain't have to help now more of you. My mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died. You buried your baby all pain. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun, Chicago. Say, homie, you better. Man, you better sit down, homie. What you mean what I'm on? So don't me with a gun in my hand.
Thankfully, Charleston didn't end up smoking someone during this interview because things were pretty heated.
His ass said, don't fuck with me when I got a gun in my hand. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't fuck with the nigga that got a gun in his hand. That's some pretty good advice right there. Don't fuck with a nigga that got the gun in his hand. That would get you fucked up very bad.
But if you thought that was crazy, you got to click this video on the screen.
Oh, yeah. I know. Super fucking crazy video. Way better than the last fucking video. I must watch this fucking video or else. Yeah, hell no. So basically, y'all, shout out to Trapologically or whatever the fuck. You feel me? For this video, a decent little video. And it's 5 a.m. I only did 2 reactions. Well, technically, I did 3 reactions, but, you know, my Wi-Fi was tweaking. I had to stop and get my Wi-Fi back set up, which took some time and shit, which resulted in me only getting 2 reactions done. I'm finna hop off live because I'm tired. Got to go to a birthday party today, later. Y'all know, but with a nigga. But also, I'm going to still be posting videos, like, just because I'm going to post 2 reactions. But, you know, I still post, like, you know, TikTok form videos. Like, I literally make my videos on TikTok just to post on YouTube and shit. Just because TikTok will make it a lot easier for me to get content posted. And I can get content out way more faster. But, yeah, I'm finna hop offline and shit. I'm tired. My eyes want to go to sleep, and I'm not trying to fall asleep on live. Like, I can force myself to keep going. But I feel a nigga gonna fall asleep. So y'all be smooth. You feel me? I'm gonna hop on. Hey, I'm gonna hop on live, bro. If I don't hop on live, I'm gonna post videos though. I'm posting videos every day regardless whether I hop on live or not.